Could do that, but when I opened the box, I thought, nah.
No, because there are just too many.
Oh yeah, look, I'm not mechanically minded, so.
I mean, I do IKEA furniture, but that's about the limit.
Oh yeah, I can do the stuff from
the usual.
from Office Works too, the chairs and stuff. I can do that, but this is going to be my first major test with a bit of weight, with a carton of beer. So I'll see how that goes. I'm doing my first beer run, as you can see in the back there, and everything's fine so far. The weight's not an issue. So got someone who got to cross this. It's always a hassle. Thanks. Yeah, it's always a hassle with this railway crossing when you've got a pedestrian as well. Another one here. It's pretty popular around here. Yep. Yeah, I'm getting used to the three wheels, so it's squeaking a bit. I don't know what that's all about. So I may need to. I should shoot up an email just ask the bicycle shop whether that's normal to get a bit of squeaking. So, but yeah, the weight's not an issue at all, and it's, you know, a carton of beers weighs a fair bit, so it's handling it pretty well. That's good. And I spoke to a middle-aged woman who was quite interested in it, and she's heading off to Bunnings. You could see the use of having the basket. Now, I'm used to the gearing now. We're very busy at the moment. I don't know why. It's late morning on a Wednesday and there's a lot of traffic. And that squeaking continues. So like I said, I just asked them at the shop just to make absolutely sure everything's okay. Oh shit. Yeah, I just had to bloody zip across there before a car got me. A lot of traffic. Very busy day, don't know what it's all about. Apparently the weather's going to turn to crap on the weekend, so Thursday, actually tomorrow, it should start getting crappy. So you can hear the squeaking of the wheels. So, maybe it's just lubricant quiet, I'm not sure. But I'd like to get an opinion from them anyway. Seeing it's just been put together, no point leaving it too long, as I've had it for a week, and that's the only issue I can really think of. The gears I'm quite used to now. You just basically push that button to basically change the gears, and it'll slide into another gear if you just push that button. If you need to go any further down, then you flip it across. It's not too difficult. Just you know, like most things, you just got to get used to the technique of this particular product, and that's how it works. Not too bad. So it's quite an easy run to get to the supermarket. And now just heading down to my block of flats. Kids next door, the Christ, they were bloody noisy today. There's some days they're just really out of control. Other days they're quite reasonable. I suppose that's the kids for you. No one's nicked my spot since I've parked here too, so it's worked out really well, this strategy. Just blocks them. They can't really get a car in here doing this way, and that seems to work. So there you go. So my first use of this as a work vehicle for hauling vehicles worked really well. Looks intact, and it rode fairly well. That was a good thing. It actually might provide a little bit more stability by putting some weight on the back wheels. So I didn't notice the weight, so that's good. So it really does work well as a trike to haul stuff. Excellent. Well, that's my $16 eBay purchased, made in China cover for, it's a motorbike cover, but it also will work well for my tricycle. The question is, will someone nick it? I don't know. Hopefully they won't, but yeah, I'm just waiting for it to come out sometime and find someone's liberated to use for their motorbike or Well, more likely to be a motorbike than anything else, I would think. That's what it's designed for. We'll see. See how honest people are. I hope they had a great body corporate meeting today. My eye test went well, so that's good, and that was more important to me than some bureaucratic bullshit like that. So, good. Another wet day in Cairns. Very quiet. Okay, these are the mailboxes. Look at that, that's the rubbish there. I don't know what's happened. There's two there that just left open. I wouldn't be too happy having those mailboxes. And of course there's all the junk mail on the front. It's it's ridiculous. It's an absolute pain in the arse. At least they're respecting my sign. But actually the one above me has got a no junk mail sign. And that one with that stuff in there has also got a no junk mail sign. They still put stuff in. So they're not respecting them. So what's the story? It's pretty ordinary, really. So, and look at how untidy that is. So, I don't know what's going on there. They must have deposited it yesterday, I think. Normally it's on a Wednesday, so I don't know what's going on. Bit overcast today, so I won't be taking the bike out 2 days in a row unless it clears up the Savo. Just want to get some greens. I'll go down to Rusty's for a change and just see if there's any specials there. There might be. It's worth a look anyway. Been meaning to do it for a while. Depends on the season though, sometimes. It depends on the time of year how much produce is up there, but we'll just see if they've got the green peppers that are less than $6.50 a kilo. Hopefully they do. Oh well, that's interesting. I just went to Woolies over there and went through an express lane, and there was no 15 or 12 or less items sort of sign there, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. Of course I am Mr. Unobservant, what I asked the checkout lady, and she said, because there's a guy before me and had a big basket of stuff, would have been way in excess of those figures, and she said no, that Woolworths have never had that. It's just something Coles had. So that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that, because people abuse it anyway. People don't follow those sort of standards much anymore. Just, when it comes to those sort of rules, they just flaunt them generally. Not everyone, but enough people to make it basically a non-starter as an idea. So that's a bit of a shame. Another miserable day. Didn't bother taking the trike down because it's spitting now. So if you're riding a trike and going a bit faster, you're going to get even more moisture. So I said bugger that. So I'll just wait until the weather clears, and hopefully in a day or two I'll be able to get it back out with the bike. Very good timing with that plastic cover I got from eBay, 16 bucks. It's already earning its keep. I've had it undercover for a couple of days now, and I won't be going out in the trike again today, because I'll probably end up at PJ's again, because the football's on from interstate, and there's no free coverage in Cairns, so I have to watch it at the pub, which isn't a bad thing to do because I spend far too much time in the house anyway. So always good to get out and about. That's good. They've got a stack of food in the house now. Well, they had the salmon on special again. This time $7.90. That's the lowest I've seen. It's usually $8 is the cheapest you're going to get. The John West salmon, about the large can. So yeah, that's good. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.